Could have yesterday in their tie against Malaysia's Gowi Shebetan Wee Qiang, was simply blown away by the Malaysian pairing, the current Olympic silver medalist. But Mohammad AHSAN and Angga PRATAMA have done reasonably well, especially yesterday, to give Indonesia a 2-0 lead against South Korea. Just wait for the introduction of both the teams and also the umpires.
Their opponents, Indonesia, represented by Mohammad AHSAN and Angga PRATAMA. Umpire, Victor Wong, wide net, Hong Kong, China. Service judge, Malaysia. Ladies and gentlemen, enjoy the men's day final.
Well, this is the first men's doubles. The Indonesians on paper will be the favorite to win it. And when it comes to the Indonesian pairings, of course, they are very good at switching things around, producing scratch pairs that are still quite strong, even though the rankings may not suggest that. Well, the Indonesian approach to men's doubles has been different from most countries. Indonesia, of course, have a tendency of teaming up more senior players with junior players to mentor the younger players. China, of course, into producing young junior talents and pushing them onto the world stage. This is one of those young pairings. Qiang, you're looking at, 19 years of age, world ranking of 41, and a height of 175 centimeters. Opponents from Indonesia, former world champion Mohammad AHSAN, who in a sense, now a 30-year-old, was mentored at one time by Hendra Setiawan, who will be featuring in the second men's doubles. And relatively younger Angga PRATAMA at age 26. Well, as I said, don't be fooled by the rankings of 392. This is what the Indonesian team are really good at, producing scratch pairs. And no wonder this is going to be the first meeting between these two pairings. So they don't usually feature internationally as a pair. Victor Wong wind up from Hong Kong is the umpire, while Stephen Ong from Malaysia, the service judge. Based on their performance, certainly the favorites will be the Indonesians, even though the ranking suggests otherwise. Jiting and Qiang. Well, having a look at the former Olympic gold medalist Ricky Subagja, who destroyed Malaysian hopes in the 1996 Olympics in Atlanta, and together with Rexy Baidaki defeated the Malaysian doubles duo, Charles Van Kien and Yap Kim Hock.
On my right, China, represented by Jiting.
I was just about to say that Jiting and Qiang had a clean record until yesterday. We're hoping to make amends. Men's doubles gets underway. Early point by Angga PRATAMA. Angga Pratama was in the lineup for Indonesia 2 years ago in Hyderabad and won his match in order to help Team Indonesia win that final against Japan. Chinese got to level things up.
2-4.
Jiting and Qiang had 3 victories in this competition prior to yesterday. Well, no real angle. Completely messed it up. Former world champion.
3-2.
That's wide. Oh well, it's a challenge because it was called good. Well, once again, I made my call before the line judge had even time to react. See if it was a right call. The line judge calls it good. Well, it seemed wide. Well, the line judge, precise call from him. Not that absolutely spot on.
4-2. Play.
And it's the Chinese duo that are in the lead. Attacking powerhouses, Indonesia. But try to play it behind her, Jiting. The youngster from China read it. Fortunately, failed to kill it. Go back level. Well, did well to get a few of those half-court shots back, the Indonesians.
5-4.
The Chinese just bulldozed their way through. Batc missed it. Did well to control the front. Mohammad AHSAN.
5-4.
Clever teamwork by the Indonesians. You can see that the youngsters are expecting the big, heavy shots. Sometimes it's the half smashes that do the trick. Oh, did well to put that to ground. Cheating.
6-4.
The Chinese duo, yesterday's semi-finals, struggled to get the advantage of Qiang. Well, meanwhile, the players are indicating that there's a bit of flash going on in the camera on the side behind them. What a shot. Once again, that soft shot causing so much trouble for the Chinese defense. Missed it this time, the Indonesians. That one's gone through the middle. Jiting starting it, and his partner Qiang finishing it. It's 8-7, the Chinese in the lead. Oh, what about that? Speak of deception. The return of serve from Mohammad AHSAN. That's that flick. Both the Chinese players stood rooted to the ground. And that certainly has brought confidence to the Indonesian camp. Shaky, that exchange for the Chinese. As the Indonesians go ahead. It's 10-8, AHSAN on serve. Oh, found it. Just a little bit difficult to control. Mohammad AHSAN with the shuttle trickling on top of the tape. No mercy from Angga PRATAMA. The Indonesians head into the mid-game interval of the first game with an 11-9 lead.
Dorong setengah, kombinasi net atau belokin, udah gitu aja. Habis itu tapi jagain setengahnya lagi, ya. Terus habis itu kalau lagi buka kiri kanan itu kan jangan terlalu sekali-sekali sering-sering terlalu buka saat dia seneng dibuka sekali keduanya turunin lagi, nolokin lagi, kadang-kadang dorong setengah, jagain lagi kayak biasa kayak kamu gitu lagi, ya. Angga di depannya berani kan, taruh belok, jagain itu saja. Jangan terlalu masuk, dia panjang agak mundur gitu. Rem. Oke? Ya, ayo terus pegang terus. Servisnya pegang. Satu aja.
Well, in the absence of some of the big names from China, as we mentioned earlier, Lin Dan and Chen Long, those are some of their top men's doubles pairs. It's imperative for these youngsters to show that they can produce the goods on their own as well. What a defense from the Indonesians. That shuttle looked destined for the net on the Indonesian side, but it just couldn't due to the capable defense that the Indonesians put up. It is 12-9. Make that 13-9. Let that one sail long. Chinese just looking rattled in the last few shots. Mohammad AHSAN. Now it's Qiang's turn to commit the error in front. Unlucky, the Indonesians.
10-15.
Just missed timing that last shot. Angga Pratama. That one ripped through the defense of her, Jiting. Oh, there's too much firepower at the moment from the SEA Games champions. Angga Pratama. At the end, after all the heavy pounding exchanges, it is this soft, gentle touch that cracks the Indonesians' defense. Two straight points for China. Well, another one of those shots crept over the net.
13-16.
Nothing Mohammad AHSAN could do. Just removing a feather on court. Angga Pratama. Through the defense, right in between both Chinese players.
17-13.
Both these Chinese players leaving it for the other. Well, I have a feeling that that shuttle was shot
13.
from serve. Yes, wide.
14-18.
Well, this was the exact position that Jonathan Christie was in the previous men's singles when managed to come from behind 14-18 to clinch it 21-18. Got a touch from the frame of Qiang. Perhaps that affected the rhythm of defense from Angga Pratama. Well, that run of 3 straight points comes to an end for Jiting and Qiang. Much to the relief of the Indonesian coach. Game point. The Indonesians now just needing 1 point to build upon the lead that Jonathan Christie gave them.
17-20.
long by a mile at least.
20.
Just a bit of over-eagerness getting the better of the Indonesians. Well, that's called good. It's 19-20. 3 game points have already been saved by the Chinese. Now this is crunch time, and they level things up. Mohammad AHSAN, Angga PRATAMA. AHSAN in front. They miss it. It's the Indonesians that go and claim the first game at the front, courtesy of the error from Jiting. But he had no choice there. The Chinese simply had to play the net shot. Had he lifted it, would have been in all sorts of troubles. 17 minutes of play, 21-19 that first game, going to Mohammad AHSAN and Angga PRATAMA. As we look at the highlights of that first game, once again, the Indonesian duo were in firm control from the start, and except for that brief comeback from the Chinese, there wasn't really much that the Chinese could do, either on the offense or in the net, that could really trouble the Indonesians. Combination of Mohammad AHSAN and Angga PRATAMA just was solid in defense.
Dari awal-awal kamu berani masih agak tenang kan, enak naruhnya. Ya, oke, ayo. AHSAN juga AHSAN ya. Pakai kombinasi ya. Banyak ke tengah. Lu liatin kalau dari sana lu tembak sebelah. Kalau dari sini jangan lu kasih ke tengah. Jadi kagok dianya. Banyak ke tengah. Oke, ayo Kak.
Mungkinnya kalau dia lu pas balik lagi dulu. Masih siap-siap aja mulai cek. Bagus di travel.
Harry Iman, the Indonesian coach, is responsible for producing world champions from Indonesia. He's a legend in his own right.
Second game. Double play.
Second game about to get underway. Early point for the Chinese. Blasted that one down. Jiting. That's made contact on the racket of the Chinese. Always a bad idea to lift with so much space for the Indonesians to launch an attack from. It's 1-2. Yet again, twice in a row, Indonesians given space to maneuver and to play down a winning smash. Three points in a row for Angga, Pratama and Mohammad AHSAN. Four-two. It's that change in the pace, the drop shot followed by the back smash that just causes so much confusion on the Chinese side. Did well to get a racket to it, Pratama. It was a near impossible task to control it back. It's been lethal on the return of serve. Mohammad AHSAN. It's a very different style in which Mohammad AHSAN returns the serve from his Chinese opponents today. He seemed to be dashing forward in the net in an attempt to get some speed on it. Mohammad AHSAN, on the other hand, just tends to wait for the shuttle, look at his opponent, and then decide where to place it. And sometimes that delay can cause so much problems. Just leaves the Chinese guessing. Two big smashes from the former world champion. Now it's Angga Pratama's turn to contribute points from the smash. That's a poor return of serve. Some questions as to whether they should leave it. Threw his entire weight behind that smash, Qiang. So a receiver fault called on the Indonesians. And he says that Mohammad AHSAN is complaining that his opponent delayed the serve. A player is not allowed to move, a receiver is not allowed to move before the opponent has served. The fault will be carried on. It is 6-7. Now 7-all. Just thrown a spanner in the wheels of the Indonesians. Still got it back. Did well, her Jiting. Soaked up the pressure and delivered as good as he got. Not quite sure what that is about. Qiang on serve as the Chinese lead. This time the return of serve from AHSAN. Not going to plan. As quickly as that, the Chinese from behind now got themselves a 3-point lead. pull one back. Great defense from Mohammad AHSAN. Challenging his opponent, but eventually Jiting attacks from the front at his body. Well, this would have been a good opportunity for Mohammad AHSAN to change the direction, move his opponent to the other side of the court, choosing to go straight down. Perhaps what resulted in that smash to the face. It's 11-8. The Chinese are ahead in this game in the mid-game interval of the second game. Well, the umpire calling the players to inform them that Hawkeye is back live. There was a technical difficulty just a while ago, and the umpire had to inform the players that they could not challenge it at that time. The good news, it's back. Well, jumping sideways and executing a smash like that. Great work from Qiang. Blasted away from the front. Mohammad AHSAN. Han Bin looks on. Change defense into attack in a blink of the eye. Just soaking up the pressure. And caught the Indonesians off guard as they were rotating their formation. Well, their intentions are clear. The Chinese duo, they're refusing to lift to the Indonesians. That's called wide. Will the Chinese challenge? No, they're not. They're not challenging it. It was pretty close, that last shot. Off 13. Blasted at cross court. Angga PRATAMA, whose heroics in front enables the Indonesians to draw level. And what was a significant lead for the Chinese pairings in the mid-game interval, leading 11-8, has been quickly denied. cancelled out. They're all tied 13-all in the second game. The Indonesians with an upper hand, having won the first game. Now then, moving forward with the lead. 14-13, 4 straight points for Mohammad AHSAN and Angga PRATAMA. That's in, called good. That's a better look at that serve. Oh, that's great call. The line judge. There were a few serves by the Indonesians that was short that I suspect that Chinese players felt they should have left and still took it due to the fact that they were dashing in front. But they've left the wrong one. The Indonesians have won 6 of the last 7 rallies. I think that's 7 of the last 8 rallies. They are in the driving seat now. Another opportunity missed. And the Indonesian flag is flying high in the Sultan Abdul Halim Indoor Stadium in Alor. Just needing 3 more points to give Indonesia the second point of the evening. That was a powerful shot, surgically put away.
18.
Oh, down at a steep angle. Let that one drop short. It's 19-15. Dear me, the Chinese should have converted. A fault call. It's wide. Regardless of whether the fault is called, I don't believe my eyes. The Indonesians have survived an onslaught, a barrage of attacking shots from the Chinese. Rally length of 30 shots, at least 10 of those shots of fiery darts aimed at the Indonesians. How on earth did they survive that? This one should have been dead. They've hung in there. Now earned themselves 5 match points to put Indonesia 2-0 for the good in the overall tie. The defending champions.
20. Match point 15.
Mohammad AHSAN on serve. Just missed, well, Angga PRATAMA on serve. He's missed the first one.
16-20.
The Indonesians were served a scare in the first game. The Chinese cut up from 16-20 down to 19-20. Well, seem to be on the verge of wanting to do something similar. Again, Jiting and Qiang. The fans on the edge of their seats. What a time! Well, seem to have dropped shot. It's called good. It's a challenge from the Indonesians. Hawkeye gets to work again. He's had a brief rest. It's in. It's a great call from the line judge. Well, I'm sure the Indonesians were in a good position to see that that was in.
20.
We just tend to suspect that they called that to perhaps upset the rhythm of the Chinese. We will never know. But it is 18-20. It has worked. 21-18 in that second game. The defending champions and the SEA Games team gold medalists are now 2-0 up against China. Confirmation of the score in 37 minutes. Match won by Mohammad AHSAN and Angga PRATAMA 21-19, 21-18. Well, a quick look at the highlights in just a minute. Yeah, here it is. And you would see that the Chinese did well, but I really felt that second game was a game that they should have clinched. They were in the lead 11-8, with the Indonesians looking succumbed to the amount of pressure that was being piled at them. But Mohammad AHSAN and Angga PRATAMA were able to fend off a lot of dangerous, powerful attacking shots from the Chinese. Just a testament to their defensive quality. There's very little that the Chinese could do to penetrate the Indonesian defense, and as a rule, they're unable to win on the attack. There's a lot of problems. It means that you're very likely not able to win at all. That final serve going into the net, following a challenge by the Indonesians. Well, that has been the men's doubles. Up next, we will have the second men's singles. Qiao Min up against Anthony Ginting. We'll take a short break and be right back after this. Welcome back to Alostar, where we've had 2 matches in this final gone by. Indonesia are comfortably in the lead, the defending champions, having won matches both in the first men's singles and the first men's doubles. Up next, the second men's singles. Xiaobin of China, the 25-year-old, will be taking on Indonesian Angga opponent Anthony Ginting. Here he is, the youngster, who has represented Indonesia in their previous final 2 years ago in Hyderabad. We just wait for all the players and the officials to be introduced. Well, the umpire, Mohammad bin Salman from Malaysia and Sakamoto Amy from Japan. We'll just see the coin toss.
Silver. Side. Service or receive? Service.
So Xiaobin will serve while Anthony Ginting picks the other side of the court, further away from us in the camera as we look down at it to start. It's a good possibility that Indonesia could close it out 3-0. We'll have to get past this man, Xiaobin, the 25-year-old in China, ranked 26 in the world, at a height of 180 centimeters. He was the finalist in the China Masters last year, losing out eventually to his teammate, Tian Ho Wei, in that final. This is Anthony Ginting, relatively younger, but higher ranked in the world at number 9. This match cannot be understated. It's an important one that China must win. Xiaobin, having only played once before with Anthony Ginting, won it comfortably. 21-14, 21-16 in the last time that they played. But judging by the form of the Indonesians, they do look good to come through in this one. Anthony Ginting did not play against South Korea in the semi-finals yesterday. It was his teammate, Isana Maulana, that took part and eventually lost. Looking at the Malaysian team that are awaiting the prize presentation with Cook and Cat in the white, sitting with them. The nation coach looks on. Indonesia has had a pool of players to pick from. As for Anthony Ginting, this is his 5th appearance in this competition. His only defeat thus far has come in the tie against India. He was defeated 18-21, 19-21 by Sai Praneeth. That was on Thursday. As for Xiaobin, you're looking at here, this too will be his 5th appearance in this competition. But unlike his opponent today, Xiaobin defeated Sai Praneeth in 3 games. In fact, has been unbeaten.
Ladies
in
and
this
gentlemen, on
tournament.
my right, China, represented by Qiao Bin.
We'll be hoping to keep that fight run going.
On my left, Indonesia, represented by Anthony Sinisuka Ginting. China to serve. Love all. Play.
Early point for
One.
Qiao Bin.
Love.
Very long rally, and what a win.
Service
From the
over.
backhand side, a reverse slice
One. Off.
from Anthony Ginting. Just changed the direction of the shuttle at the last second. 30 shots in that just second rally of the match.
Service
Swiftly put
over.
away.
2-1.
Saw him being quite clinical yesterday in the semi-finals. Qiao Bin against Song Ji-won. Was a challenge for him for some time in that first game before he eventually closed it 21-17. But they just brushed past the Malaysian in that second game. Tried to do too much with that shuttle. Ginting.
1.
Oh, just surging ahead now. 4-1. Qiao Bin. Qiao Bin's highest world ranking has been 14. That was in May last year. Has gone down the world ranking ladder this year. Well, managed to get that back.
5-1.
Not just get it back, but played back a winner, Qiao Bin. No wonder he apologizes. Still in the play. Well, put away with venom.
Service over. 2-5.
Winner speed 364 kilometers per hour. Didn't look quite that hard at first glance, the smash. You get the feeling that Anthony needs a lot more of these shots. It's going to cause trouble for Qiao Bin. Well, that's better. Second time in a row.
3-5.
Second time in a row of playing a cross-court winner like that on the smash.
Service over.
Coolly finished.
6-3.
Gonna let that one go long at the back.
7-3.
Shown very little weakness so far, Qiao Bin.
Service over.
An easy giveaway.
4-7. Service over.
Missed that.
8-4.
Just looked like it's come under the weather. Anthony Ginting. The Asian Team Championships brought to you by E+ Global. 2018 is also the qualifying round for the Thomas and Uber Cup, which will be played in May in Bangkok, Thailand.
Service over.
4 automatic qualifications are awarded for the semi-finalists
8.
in both the men's and women category. As for the men, 4 teams that qualify are China, Indonesia, the finalists, and also Malaysia and South Korea. Thailand qualified by virtue of being host, and Denmark from the European continent qualified by virtue of being defending champions in the men's category.
Service over. 9-5.
For those of the teams that didn't quite make it into the semi-finals, teams like India and Japan, they may still go through on the basis of rankings. There are 3 more slots allocated for countries with the highest number of rankings. The way the ranking is conducted is by comparing the top 3 men's singles players or women's singles players in the women's category, and also the top 2 doubles pairings. Putting that together, they determine the highest ranked country, and they will go through to the Thomas and Uber Cup finals in Bangkok. Meanwhile, Qiao Bin has raced away to a 10-5 lead. Ginting looking like a beaten man.
Kevin. Play.
It's 10-5. Qiao Bin on serve. Easily put away.
11-5. Interval.
Qiao Bin heads to the mid-game interval with a 6-point cushion. Look at the last rally here. Weak lift, which was dealt with aptly by the Chinese.
像准备一样的。其实那个打完网以后不要乱冲，还是会推压。2个点，第一个发什么？他的接发球还是很有特点，不要动。特别是切，他有球就要，也有停的放，也有停的会那个，所以注意盯球。如果他切，你就大胆的拉起来对角线，你就防住身。还有一个就是防守的时候，你看就挡远点给他中路。对啊，他这种球他抽也不舒服，弹也不舒服。对，他喜欢放，我再抢高点，我再去放，或者我再。对。
Well, it's always interesting to see how the Chinese players don't just listen to their coach, but interact with them, giving them their perspective of things as well. And that's been helped by the fact that the Chinese coaching team have pretty young members in them. Xiao Suanzi himself, not too old. Like Xiao Suanzi was playing in the Thomas Cup in 2002 for China.
11-5.
So there is a sense of friendship as well among these Chinese coaches and their players. And hence a lot of trust as well. What a pickup from Qiao Bin.
Service over. 6-11.
Well, Ginting will be happy to get that one across. Just a second slower and recovering from the backhand. Just another look at that. This shot here, just slightly too slow on that and unable to get to the front. Qiao Bin.
Service fault call. Too
A
high.
fault called on the serve of
Service
Ginting.
over.
The service judge indicating that the shuttle was struck above the waist. And the waist in badminton,
Your shuttle. Yes.
above the waist again,
Your shuttle.
affirms the umpire Azad Salman, affirming the decision of Sakamoto Amy,
12.
the service judge.
7.
As I was saying, the waist these days defined as the lowest point of the lowest rib. Missed it. Qiao Bin.
Service over.
Ginting's approaching the match with a lot of speed. And Qiao Bin is trying to retaliate by
8. 12.
ending the rally with a winner. Just failed this time. Attack down the middle.
Service over. 13-8.
It's a lot of fire and intensity from the game of Qiao Bin.
Play.
Anthony Ginting just finding him too hot to handle at the moment.
Service over. 9-13.
That didn't come across.
Service over. 14-9.
Qiao Bin certainly the more powerful of the two on court. Missed that again. Anthony Ginting.
15-9.
He's made quite a number of errors. Remember, so I was analyzing the game of Song Ju-won yesterday against Qiao Bin. Pointed out that the problem with Song Ju-won's game is that he didn't have that sting in his smash to be able to find winners through his attacking shots. I have to say that I'm seeing the same problem with Anthony Ginting. Although he does have a harder smash than Song Ju-won, they're just not penetrating the Chinese defense. Xiao Bin, on the other hand,
16.
is finding winners at will. That last winner speed, 352 kilometers per hour.
Nine judge.
Thought it's going to get him mobbed out.
Thank you. Players back on court. Chavin. Chavin.
Well, the players told to not block the ads which are around the towel box.
Play.
Yeah, this is what I meant earlier. Qiao Bin able to play these winners at will,
17. 9.
finding very little resistance in the process. Yeah, that smash
18. 9.
changed the direction, Qiao Bin. And from then on, went on to finish it off. This smash should have done a lot more to hurt the defense of Qiao Bin. Strolling away leisurely. Chinese. No response from the Indonesian.
19. 9. Service over.
Much better.
The coach, please.
There's so much more angle in this last shot from Anthony Ginting. And the Indonesian has just got to try
Thank you.
different kinds of attacking options.
7.
To go for the body of Qiao Bin or to go down the lines with a little bit more angle added to it. Or to mix them all up together.
Thank you.
Ten 19.
10. 19.
That's wide.
11. 19.
Did well to sustain the pace. Ginting. One smash, one kill. And it's game point now for Qiao Bin. Saw the opportunity, just blasted away.
Thank you. Service over. 20. Game point 11.
Just seconds
Play.
shy of the 20-minute mark. And Xiaobin, well, it seems to have closed it. Anthony Ginting challenges.
Sinisuka Ginting challenges call in.
Looking down at that, I felt it was a right call by the line judge. Yes, okay, gives us a better look at that. It was a great challenge by Ginting.
Correction. Out. Service over.
It's 12-20.
12-20. Play. Game.
Just delays it.
First game won by China.
What was coming eventually.
21-12.
It is Xiaobin that closes out that first game in about 20 minutes of play. 21 minutes of play. There we go, confirmation of the time below. It's 21-12, Xiaobin with a victory in that first game. The highlights will indicate, of course, that there's very little that Anthony Ginting could do to trouble the defense of Xiaobin. Xiaobin, on the other hand, had just a lot more intensity in his smash. And I should add, a lot more deliberate in wanting to close these shots down. Just sense that whenever Anthony Ginting attacked, he just lacked the conviction that he could actually penetrate the defense of Xiaobin. Xiaobin, on the other hand, many times played shots that Anthony simply couldn't even react to, never mind get over the net.
我是猛威推球，稍微有点过，他在强攻可能不是，但在这边要接住他，可能球会更快。是要前半场尽量把他点高一点，去控点。你要是这样去打，他刚刚推成那样打也很难受的。如果实在是很被动，就是往高投，对角高一点，就让自己有时间先回来站稳，知道吗？啊，好，那没什么了啊，开始抓花叶花把就开始。
20 seconds. 20 seconds.
Well, the Chinese players, Chinese coaches advising their player to move the shuttle cross court to get some elevation on that shuttle.
Second game. Love all. Play.
This is the second game you're watching. And Anthony this time gets the first point.
Service over. 1 love. Anthony. Check.
He was looking subdued in the first game. Anthony Ginting needs to find a way back. Still a lot of chatter going on between the Chinese coaching staff and Xiaobin. Just quick
Service over.
with the return of serve.
1 all.
Xiaobin is giving very little time to Anthony Ginting on the return of serve. That's the conviction I was talking about at the end of the first game.
Service over. 2 1.
It's probably played in the same power, but when it's added with the conviction and that drive, it's a lot harder to deal with. Again, quick to the serve, Xiaobin. Just missed it.
3-1.
It's very clear his tactics, Xiaobin, has been to snatch at the serve as he retrieves it, places it beyond the reach of Anthony Ginting, hope for a weak return and then put it away. As he did here,
Service
in the
over.
body of Anthony Ginting.
2-3.
Get a return of serve. Apologizes immediately. Confidence brimming.
3.
Xiaobin. You can see he's being early to all the shots. And here's where I feel that Song Ju-won brought something into the game that troubled Xiaobin, that Anthony Ginting is not quite doing it. It's perhaps to slow the pace down. But he's had injected pace into the game and got the point. Anthony Ginting.
4-3. Change.
And he gets behind the shuttle and surges forward. It's looking a lot more dangerous. But as I was saying, sometimes slowing the game down to mess the rhythm of your opponent would be a way out of the intense pressure that he's come under from Xiaobin. Well executed. Many of these winners going cross court from Anthony Ginting. Xiaobin has an unconscious habit of waiting straight when his opponent's about to smash. Hence the effectiveness of the cross court shot. He's in the lead now, Anthony Ginting, 5-3.
Service over.
Missed that.
4-5.
Once again, the shuttle was behind and compromised the accuracy.
Service over.
Very casual attempt to
6,
retrieve the shuttle.
4.
But it's great to see there's a lot more urgency in the game of Ginting. That's paying dividends to him. 7-4.
7-4.
Here's where he gets the shuttle. The right place. Gets behind the shuttle. Jumps and dashes forward. That last smash at a speed of 390 kilometers per hour. Must be the fastest smash of the day in the men's singles at least. Another cross-court winner.
8-4.
Again, Xiaobin waiting straight for that smash. Let's look at the placement of Xiaobin's feet as he braces for the smash. It's 9-4. Chinese looks rattled.
4.
It's wide. A challenge from Qiao Bin.
Qiao Bin challengers call out.
Well, he has had one previous successful challenge, the Chinese. Will he be successful on this one? The crowd are chanting out. No prizes for guessing who they are supporting. And it is wide. It's a poor challenge this time.
One challenge remaining. Qiao Bin.
It's 10-4.
10-4.
That must certainly be a complete reversal of the outcome of the first game.
Service over.
Brilliant disguise on the drop.
5-10. Fault.
Well, there's a fault call.
Fault. Service over. 11-5.
Well, it's a foul call at Qiao Bin.
The racket touched the net.
The racket
Yes,
touched
the
the net,
racket touched the net,
indicating
yes.
the umpire is at Salman. Qiao Bin doesn't look convinced. Here's a replay. A look at that. Oh, well. It was very, very close. And too quick to catch. Qiao Bin has got to not allow it to affect his concentration. There's a closer look at that. We'll slow it down for you. Well,
20
it's
seconds.
to be fair to
20
Qiao Bin,
seconds.
I do feel it's the shuttle that touched the net instead.
Qiao Bin. Don't cut.
But in a quick movement like that, when the umpire sees the net moving, it's quite natural for him to fault it. But we took 2 replays to establish that. And even that in slow motion.
Change.
Super slow motion. It's 11-5. Anthony has profited from the
11-5.
last call by the umpire, Izzat Salman.
Play.
Well, it must have been going wide. He's got it back.
What the cut?
Up on his feet like a
Service
cat
over.
after that dive. Look at this one here. He's stretched across the court and back in the blink of the eye. Anthony Ginting committed himself for that front shot. Was not expecting the return.
Thank you.
Grim smile by the Chinese, indicating just how pleased he is with himself. It's shots
6,
like this that
11.
have the capacity of changing the momentum of a match. That's it.
Service over. 12-6.
The loose shot quickly disposed by Ginting. That's wide. I did say that the defensive shot of Qiao Ben has the capacity of changing the match momentum. It's not affected Ginting at all. In fact, he's just continued to surge forward. Qiao Ben keeping Ginting to the rear of the court. But it was Anthony Ginting that outsmarted him in the end.
14-6.
It was a cat and mouse game to see who would drop first. But Qiao Ben blew himself out in a rally that was the longest of the match with 35 shots in total. Well, he's recovered psychologically, the Indonesian, from that first game, much to the despair of the Chinese coaching staff.
Service over. 7-14.
Well, it's a bad idea for Qiao Ben to go straight. Anthony Ginting was waiting for him,
7.
committed on the right side. It's 15-17, Ginting in the driving seat.
Service over.
Deep angle.
8-15.
Just let that one go long.
Service over. 16-8.
16-8. Ginting is dictating the
Service over.
proceedings of this match.
9-16.
Missed a good opportunity, Qiao Ben.
Seventeen, 9.
Found the empty space.
18.
Qiao Ben was waiting at the wrong place. It's now 19-9.
19-9.
The Indonesian 2 points away from forcing a rubber. make that 1 point.
20. Game point. 9.
That's called good.
Service over. 10, 20.
Quite relieved to get to double figures. Xiaobin. Well, there's at least 3 times now
11,
that
20.
Xiaobin has put a shot repeatedly in the same angle, same place, and found success against Anthony Ginting.
Game.
I'll try to go for an outrageous trick shot.
Second game won by Indonesia. 21-11.
Susi Susanti looks on. It is Anthony Ginting that has managed to win this game. Susi Susanti, as we saw earlier, was the technical director for success and development of the Indonesian team, the Persatuan Badminton Seluruh Indonesia, PBSI. The task has been to restore Indonesia back to its glory days. Certainly will be pleased with the performance of Anthony Ginting in that second game and with the Indonesian team
Service
as
over.
a whole today. Anthony Ginting, as we look at the highlights, seemed to has been a very, very different form as he was in that first game. There's a lot more confidence for him, a lot of conviction in the smashes. And that confidence has paid tremendous dividends in him being able to force the rubber. The question, though, is whether he can maintain such a momentum at such a speed and not blow himself out. So look here, some cheerleading going on here by both the Indonesian top supporters here.
20 seconds. 20 seconds.
Must be quite amusing for the fans in the stands. Very, very colorful team, Indonesia. Wouldn't mind having another look at the Indonesian cheerleader. Oh, thank you, Mr. Producer, for that. Granting my wishes.
Thank you.
Well, it really feels as if we are playing in Indonesia right now with the support that we are getting.
Love all.
A focus back to the main court as it is the decider. Anthony Ginting on serve. That's wide.
Service over. 1 love. Service over.
Indonesian team not happy with this. It will be over. The tie if Indonesia, Anthony Ginting, is able to win this game. It's a crucial one for the Indonesians. The pressure really is on the Chinese player, Qiao. He's the one who will be expected to deliver. That has landed in. A poor leave by Anthony Ginting.
2, 1.
He's managed to get yet another near impossible
3,
shot back.
1.
Xiaobin. China were defeated 3-0 in the women's team final earlier today
Service over.
by Japan.
2, 3.
They would hate for it to happen in the men's category as well. Should not win a single game in both the men's and the women's division. He's managed to get it back. Ginting. A second time. A third time. Well, this time it's wide.
Right, the top, please.
Well,
Service
this has
over.
been an entertaining match. The reactions of both players. Anthony Ginting passively retrieving the shuttle. And Xiaobin is looking quite animated at the moment.
Kevin.
The 25-year-old must be thrilled at the absence of Len Dan and Chen Long. Otherwise, he would not have had the opportunity to be featured. Well, the court attendant is going to come back to court again to deal with some perspiration on the ground.
Thank you. Thank you. Line judge.
Xiaobin is in the lead, but only by 2.
4, 2. Play.
Well, that was going wide. And has missed a golden opportunity to narrow the gap. Jiang Ning looks on.
5, 2.
Together with the women's team who were defeated this afternoon. He's managed to get one back.
Service over. 3, 5.
The most decisive battleground was the tussle at the net. Anthony Ginting has won it in this last point. He still has a bit of catching up to do. Well, got fooled into coming forward.
Service over.
Ginting.
6,
Xiaobin in a swift movement of the wrist, moved it behind him. Now then extending his lead to 3 points, Xiaobin. It's going to come down to mental strength at this stage. It is Xiaobin
7, 3.
that seems to be having the upper hand. But you can never count Indonesia out. We didn't get this televised for you yesterday, but
Kevin.
as I mentioned earlier, in the other semi-finals where Indonesia took on South Korea, we were behind in that fifth third-man singles match with Firman Abdul Khalik trailing against Lee Dong-kyun 2016 in the rubber game. Somehow, Korea, while certain of a place in today's final. Just left their guard down, and Firman Abdul Khalik was able to produce 6 straight points,
3.
come back on the brink of defeat to send Indonesia through to the final. But this must be disappointing for the young Indonesian. Just being frustrated by the defensive quality of Qiao.
Thank you. Thank you. Jamin.
Qiao to ensure that there is
8.
no liquid on court.
3.
That could cause him problems when he lunges forward. It is 8-3, a 5-point lead at this stage. Let's pull one back, Anthony Ginting.
Service over. 4. 8.
These were the kind of shots that Ginting was playing in the second game that enabled him to get that 21-11 victory.
Service
Trying to go
over.
too tight.
9. 4.
Sometimes the players just got to remind themselves that it's good enough to get the shuttle just over the net without having to be too tight. Especially in moments like this where every unforced error will cost.
Ball.
There comes the cross-court smash.
Service over. 5. 9.
It's not out just yet. Susi Susanti looks on.
Thank you.
The attention has got to the fans now.
Change.
Well, the commentary box is just stationed above the Indonesian spectators. And I can tell you, there's a lot of drama going on there, which adds to the color of the atmosphere here at the Sultan Abdul Halim Indoor Stadium in Alostah, Kedah. To the body. It's 10-5.
Service over. 10. 5.
After letting out a shout of delight, Qiao Bin apologizes for the shot. Just missed it.
6. 10.
He needs a good run here, the Indonesian. He's going to miss it. It's wide.
Service over. 11.
As Qiao Bin points to his
change hands.
team, telling them that he's confident of getting the job done. Just felt the cross-court smash would have been a lot more effective than the straight smashes that Ginting was employing. That was what got a lot of the points for Ginting in that second game. Match duration has been 5 minutes shy of the hour mark. It's just 5 points that separates these two. 5 points can prove to be quite decisive.
20 seconds. 20 seconds.
专业往第一往前。
Thank you, Rangers.
The question is whether Qiang can sustain the energy that he's been
Kevin,
delivering here.
no need to try. Okay? Yes. Yeah.
He's just been told off, Qiang for
11,
testing the
6.
shuttle.
Play.
Come to the business end of this men's singles match. Oh, that's a wild attempt from the front.
Service over.
He's guilty of being
7,
over-eager
11.
to finish. Patience, says Xia Xuanzi. That's the cross-court smash. Was blasted it wide.
Service over. Grab the court, please.
Court's going to get a mop down again, but this shot only forced Qiang to stretch.
Thank you. Players on court.
Psychologically, when you find that your opponent is able to retrieve the shots that you are placing at the sides of the court, there's a natural tendency to want to move it even further to the side. And sometimes that's what
12.
causes people to strike the shuttle
7.
wide. It's 12-7. He's overcooked that one as well.
30-7. Kevin.
Qiang is going to get a bit of a telling off.
No shout before line judge give the signal. Okay? No shout. Wait for the line judge.
He's being told to not influence the line judge.
Play.
It's been passionate contest between these two. He stood his ground in front. Ginting.
Hey, 13.
Stylish defense. Well, how on earth did Qiang hit the point?
Kevin.
Well, it looked certain to be an Anthony Ginting point here. There's nothing that Anthony Ginting can do.
Thank you.
We've just hit the hour mark.
Back on court.
And you can understand why both players desperately needing the towel down. Yes, confidence is showing now.
15.
Xiaobin
8.
can see that he's on the verge of sealing this match. Oh well, Anthony Ginting has gone down. I hope he's all right. And he gets up. That's great to see. This momentum pushing him further back. The Indonesian.
Thank you. 7. Thank you.
Has responded positively to the second game defeat. Xiaobin has come into this third game, all guns blazing, all cylinders firing. Unable to react. Ginting.
8.
Just wondering whether that has anything to do with the previous rally fall in which he went to ground. Great rally for both players. And it's the cross-court smash of Anthony Ginting that has yielded success.
9-17.
This is the longest rally of the match, with 40 shots in total.
Angga. Thank you.
If Anthony Ginting fails to perform a miraculous comeback and win it for Indonesia, as it looks set to be, we will be having the next second men's doubles up next between Han Cheng Kai and Zhao Haodong. They'll be up against the former world and Olympic champion Hendra Setiawan and Ryan Agung Saputro. It's 18-9.
Service over. 18-9.
It's being ruthless at the attack. Was waiting in the right side, but still unable to cope with that power.
10, 18.
That's wide. 2 points in a row
18.
for Anthony Ginting. Now Qiao Bin has to be careful that he doesn't blow away this lead.
Thank you.
It's not just the players that are tired on court. Signs of lethargy even from the coaching bench.
Thank you. Eleven, 18.
Well, tried to play a soft shot. He could have blasted it at the body of Qiao Bin.
19, 11.
It's given Qiao Bin the 19th point. Qiao Bin has been the more consistent player of the two on court. Sensing victory is just not too far away. A cross-court smash to the forehand side
Sinisuka.
sends Qiao Bin sprawling on all four.
Thank you.
The Tajik kicking in for both players. It is visible in the way they towel down. There's a lot of inspiration dropping on the court.
Thank you.
This match has been just about a minute shy of 70-minute mark.
12, 19.
Seven points adrift. Well, it's been twice now in this game that Qiao Bin has tricked
20.
Anthony Ginting with that
Match point.
forehand movement. And now sets up match points. Qiao Bin, 8 of them in total. One match point saved.
30, 20.
Gone cross court again. It's 14-20. 2 match points saved, and the court attendant is going to be called to court again. See there, he finds a lot more success in the cross court side than he does on the straight smash. Anthony Ginting.
Seven. Check. Seven. Return the shuttle.
Xiaobin's coaching was cut short by the umpire.
14-20.
That's it. Xiaobin gets it. Wow, he comes tumbling over to the court. Not quite sure I've ever seen such a celebration. Well, it just tells you that the delight. Oh, he's given a yellow card. Xiaobin by the umpire for misconduct.
Match won by China.
Well, that is certainly going to be a killjoy for Xiaobin. I'm not sure if he minds. But adrenaline got the better of the Chinese as soon as he won that last point. It's taken some time in coming. What a shot. Not quite sure he anticipated just how high he was going to flick the racket. Well, this has been entertaining in every sense of that word. Confirmation of that score. A victory from Xiaobin in China. 21-12, 11-21, 21-14 in a match lasting 72 minutes. As we look at the match highlights, say it was entertaining would be an understatement. It was a match full of drama. The first 2 games
Service over.
very one-sided. The first one, of course, Xiaobin in total cruise control, and the second, Anthony Ginting able to find his range to play a lot of these cross-court smash winners that Xiaobin found hard to deal with. But in the third game, we suspect that Lataji had crept into the game of Anthony Ginting. He's unable to sustain the intensity. In fact, it was Xiaobin that was able to pound down winners. That has been the men's singles. Up next, it's the men's doubles. Han Cheung Kai and Zhao Haodong up against Ryan Agung Saputro and Hendra Setiawan. We'll be right back after this.